YouTube, yeah. Let's go that way. Nope, you don't want that.
There you go. I don't know. We don't know what the heck we're doing. This is interesting.
Rotate device back. I want YouTube. I guess YouTube Live is not widthwise?
I don't know. Does anyone out there know how to do this? Okay. So
We're learning as we go here.
Learning.
So it does it when I do that.
That's interesting. All right. Well, here we go. That's not going to sit up straight though.
I know, right?
Holy moly.
Can we do both?
We are.
Here, I'll just hold it.
So we're really old, apparently. Oh my gosh. Okay, so very first live
I
here.
feel like this is a disaster. I'll just be honest.
Oh my gosh.
We've been trying to learn this the whole week.
So
I don't even know if anybody can hear us out there. Like,
I don't know.
shoot us a comment and let us know that this is
Actually working. I don't know.
yeah,
don't know.
right? Here, let's get this microphone over on this side.
Okay, you're so good. All right.
There we go.
Okay.
This is the more up close and personal version. If you want the personal version, go to YouTube Live. As I'm holding the phone in camera here.
Okay, so what do you want to talk about? I think we should talk about this, what year, 2024, all the fun things that we've done. What's our favorite things that we've done? And then what do we have coming up for 2025?
Hey, you know what?
What? Are you still trying to figure this out?
Yeah, I
How
am
about you
still
just
trying
talk?
to figure this
It
out.
doesn't matter.
I guess this is the first one, and this is what you get. I probably
Welcome
could
to
use,
the
I
Empty
could
Nester
probably
Diaries.
use my gimbal here or something. Anyway.
Oh, good Lord. You probably could use your gimbal.
Anyway. All right. Well, so 1 year.
It's been 1 year, and clearly we haven't learned much.
Oh, no. Stop. We've learned a ton. Are you kidding me?
We have. Just not how to do a live.
There is a saying, done is better than perfect. This is certainly not perfect. But you know what? We're stepping out. And if you're not growing, they say if you're not growing, you're dying. And you don't grow in your comfort.
Pretty uncomfortable right now.
You don't grow in your comfort zone. Right? And you're pretty uncomfortable right now.
Yep.
So, but anyway, I think as much as I can tell, we're doing it. And I think if I'm reading the insights right, we have 0 viewers.
What?
On Facebook.
That is not surprising.
It's maybe a short live. Okay, wait. Oh, wait. Hey, my name is Ava, and I just wanted to tell you that Jesus loves you so much. Absolutely, Ava.
Thank you, Ava. That's so sweet. Jesus does love us because, wow.
He does. And we know him personally.
Yes, we do.
We have given our lives to him. So absolutely, thank you, Ava, for... There is somebody interacting with us. That's exciting. So there's growth.
Okay, so what is one of your favorite trips that we've done this year, babe?
And then Kaysen, comma E-N. A-E-N. What is that?
I don't know.
Oh, amen. I bet that's amen. There you go. Okay. All right. I like that. I like it. So, well, hey, this is great. We got people on here. Thanks, Ava and Kaysen. This is pretty exciting, actually.
You guys
so we love
bearing
you.
with us. Goodness
So, babe, tell them about this year and what we've learned and what we've gone through, and what was your favorite trip? What were some highlights?
You're so funny. I asked you that. Let the record show. I asked him that like 5 minutes ago.
That's true.
Okay, so let's see. First thing you asked, what have I learned? I have learned that having a YouTube channel is a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. But it's fun, but it's a lot of work.
All right,
Wouldn't
keep
you
talking.
agree?
I'm gonna put our YouTube on the gimbal like I had before.
He's working things
Man,
out.
I'm gonna troubleshoot while we're doing it live. This is
my
like
gosh,
a big.
This is it. Okay, so let's see. So YouTube is a lot
There's that.
harder than I anticipated. But the traveling part's really fun.
there's
So
that.
the most favorite, let's see, what's my most favorite trip that we've done this year? I don't know. That's like a toss up because there's so many.
Okay,
I think probably one of the most memorable trips for me was the very first one that we did when we went to Boston.
okay.
That was so much fun because I was just like a kid in a candy store. Because, I mean, before we kind of started this channel, I hadn't really gone anywhere. Like, we live in California, and I think I had been to, like, Nevada, like Reno. And I had done one trip to Hawaii. That was it. That's as far as I had gone. So, us flying to Boston was a pretty big deal for me. It was awesome. It was so fun. There were so many things to do. I was really nervous about it though because I don't like to be cold at all.
Oh yeah.
Like at all.
Yeah, that's true.
And Boston, and we went in like February, I think, right?
Yeah, end of February.
Yeah, and it's cold in Boston in February. I'm not sure if you guys know that. It snows actually. So, and this guy loves to walk everywhere.
Yep.
Everywhere.
Let's exercise. Let's stay young. If you don't use it, you lose it.
He drives
right?
me crazy. I'm more of like
Go. Come on,
"Hey,
here we
let's-
go.
Let's get an Uber. So, but he kept telling me that, you know, Boston's a really walkable city. It's super easy. Everything's super close. And I'm like, yeah, like, okay. But I don't like to be cold. So I really didn't know what to expect. So, but it was a lot of fun. He made me walk everywhere. How many steps did we do in 3 days?
Oh my gosh, we did. Yeah.
Do you remember?
I don't. Do you remember?
I think it was like
80,000.
I think it was like 75,000 steps in 3 days.
In 3 days. Yeah.
So
And I think
do the
it's
math
about
on that.
2,500 steps is about a mile, right? Isn't that right?
2,500 steps.
No, maybe that's not right. 25,000 steps. No, that's not right.
I
There
think
is some.
I think it's like 10,000 steps is a mile, ish.
Anyway.
I think it depends on like how long your steps are.
Oh, Ava, she lives in Boston.
What?
And she said she's subscribed and she's so excited to watch our travel videos.
Ah, that's awesome.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
Ava.
Ava.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, you'll love our Boston videos.
Oh, Beverly Swanson.
Beverly! Hi,
Yay!
Beverly! Oh
We're
my
working
gosh.
two here,
Oh
so
my
you know,
gosh. Yeah,
don't
we
feel
got-
slighted
we
if
got
I'm not
Facebook and we got
visually
YouTube going
looking
on,
at you
so-
because we're trying. This is our first one. Hey, we're poster children for if you're in your late 40s, early 50s, or beyond, and you're thinking if you should do a YouTube channel or do that. Yes,
It's possible.
step out,
apparently.
embrace it. Anyway, so
It may
Ava.
not look pretty.
Ava lives in Boston, which I love Boston. As you know, if you watch some of our videos, I'm a huge Boston Celtics fan. My first game on television, it was 1985. I was 10 years old, born in 75. And it was a home game on television that was the Boston Celtics. And I don't remember who they were playing. I was so in awe of the parquet floor and the banners and the leprechaun and the old Boston Garden, right? And Larry Bird and McHale and Parrish. And gosh, it was just, I was in love. I went, oh my gosh, that is my team. And I've been loyal ever since.
And everywhere we go, when he wears all his Boston stuff, people are like, "Oh, you're from Boston." He's like, "No, I just love them."
I just love Boston. I'm not from there. No, not at all. Actually, total California guy, but just love the Boston Celtics. So
He also football. He likes the Bears.
yeah, again, first football game on TV was 10 years old, 1985. And if you follow football, the Chicago Bears, arguably in 1985, you could make an argument they was the greatest team of all time. So
Now, not so much. Sorry, Bears.
wait, okay, Beverly, 2,400 steps equals 1 mile.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Matthew, you are brutal. Sorry, Lexi.
I know. Thank you. Thank you. 75,000 steps in 3 days. We were doing like,
I think it was 78,000.
Yeah.
I think if memory serves what we got.
gosh.
But you know what? She was complaining about doing it in the beginning because and you know, I push
Okay,
you.
no.
I do. I push you.
You gotta
'Cause
know,
Lexi
like,
likes the easy
why.
button.
This is why I
right?
embraced it. Okay.
Easy button.
No, shh. So I embraced doing all the steps because it was like a foodie tour in Boston, and everything sticks to me like glue ever since I turned like 45, and it's driving me bonkers. So I'm like, okay, I can do the steps as long as I can eat the food, right? Right? It kind of like
That was my selling point.
compensates for
Like,
itself.
we
I'm
walk
like,
it off, we
okay,
eat more.
I don't gain weight if I walk all the time. So I'm like, okay, I'll do the steps. That's fine. And it actually worked out really good.
Yeah, I think we only, after all that, only gained like 2 pounds or something.
I can't remember.
Right? And we
but
ate like horses. And I guess horses
you
eat a
for
lot.
sure did. Oh my gosh, do you remember that that donut store that we went to
Yes.
when you were saying that the donut was like a Thai donut or something, and
it was chai.
It was chai. It was not from Thailand. No.
Yeah, what was that? It was Blackbird Donuts? Ava,
Oh, gosh.
isn't it Blackbird Donuts in Boston? They have multiple places and they have all these like
It was
really
delicious.
interesting donuts and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
And do I remember her name? Was it Hannah?
Oh,
I'm
it might have
tapping
been.
into the memory banks here with no coffee,
If
but I
that's
think it
right,
was
I'm
Hannah.
gonna be super
or Ava.
impressed.
No, not Ava. We could talk to Ava. It was
I
Hannah,
think it was
I think.
Hannah. Yeah.
Anyway, I said, hey, Hannah, what do you do with the donuts after they're a certain time? You know, because you guys are really selling that they're fresh donuts, right? And she goes, well, we kind of like get rid of them after that. I'm like, really? Well, we're doing a YouTube channel. Anyway, she loaded us up with
She
like
gave
5
us
different flavors of donuts.
So many, yeah.
And yeah, we were little piggies on the donuts.
They were delicious. There was one that was like a maple bacon something.
Oh, yeah,
my
but the
gosh.
cinnamon roll one, the
Oh,
pull
that
part
was the best.
cinnamon,
That was
that
the
was
best.
phenomenal.
That was like a monkey bread cinnamon
phenomenal,
roll.
yeah.
So good.
But
Anyway,
Ava says
now
here-
you can see why I was like, okay, I'll do the steps.
Oh, Ava says that her and her family live 10 minutes from the Celtics,
Are you
from the
serious?
TD Garden.
That's awesome.
And they walk to the stadium every game, and it is truly amazing. She's right. Oh, I love Boston. It's
so
such a great city.
I know. Okay, so but one thing that we regret not having done when we were in Boston was
Now, she says Black Bear Donuts, but I don't think it's Black Bear. I think it's Black Bird, unless she mistyped. It seemed like it was a bird. I haven't
I
looked
don't know.
at it
You
in
thought
a year.
the donuts were Thai, so you're probably wrong.
Hey, Robert, San Diego.
Okay, so the one thing that we didn't get to do when we were in Boston was go to a Bruins game.
Oh, everybody keeps saying we got to go to a Bruins game.
So we're gonna have to go.
We're
going
gonna
to
go back
Boston.
because we love Boston.
Yeah.
Oh, for those that haven't been to Boston, Ava lives there, so she's like, "Hey, this is it is Blackbird." Okay, so I was correct on that. Okay, Blackbird, and I think it's Hannah. Yeah.
I'm
So
impressed.
anyway, hey, people that give me free food, I remember them.
Oh my gosh, you can't do that when I'm drinking.
Anyway.
Jeez.
Everybody's like, "Oh, you got to go to a Bruins game. You got to go to a Bruins game." So
Okay,
we
but
will have
it
to
was
do
like
that.
super cool because like Friday night we had gone to the Celtics game, and then Saturday night we happened to be walking by the stadium because we were walking everywhere, and it really had switched. Everything was green the day before, and everything was yellow and black on Saturday. It was like the coolest thing ever.
That was very true. And Beverly, she goes, "Wait, you didn't spend enough time in Boston. You didn't come back with a Boston accent."
Oh, this is true. No,
And
well,
Beverly
he
is
fakes
actually
it.
really good at doing accents.
He
She
fakes
goes
it a
back and
lot.
forth on accents. I know my friend Beverly here.
Yes, she
She's-
does.
Yeah,
We
so
miss you, Beverly.
I know. I hope you're doing great. Yeah, we'll have to catch up.
Okay, so what else was memorable about Boston?
Well, okay, so here's the deal. So I'm a diehard Boston Celtics fan, and I'd never seen a home game. And then our, actually
Oh,
at the
that's-
time, our CEO of my real estate company, EXP Realty, he said, "Wait a minute, I live in Boston. He's like, you've never been to Boston? Are you kidding me? Never been to Boston?" And I'm like, "No, it's on my bucket list." He's like, "All right, you go pick a game on the calendar." And
He had season tickets.
he had season tickets, and we will make it happen. You will. I'm like, "For real? Like, how much?" And he goes, No, my treat. And I'm like, "That's so generous.
This
Are
is
you
what
kidding me?"
took us to Boston. That's the
This is why we
reason
went
that
to
we
Boston.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, "Oh my gosh," I'm like a little kid in a candy store. I was giddy, right? Like Christmas morning kid. I'm like, "Babe, we're getting free Boston tickets. Do you know how expensive those are? Da, da, da. She's like, yeah, how expensive is the flight there? And I'm like, don't worry about that. We'll figure it out. So that started kind of this YouTube launching of traveling and taking Lexi and, and all that stuff. I had been to Boston before and loved it. I went to a Fenway or a Red Sox game in Fenway. A buddy of mine lived there and he took me and fell in love. It was awesome. Which is tough because I'm an Oakland A's fan. I know we're doing a lot of sports here, but they kind of battle against each other there. So
yeah, he likes baseball. He likes basketball.
Adnan,
he likes golf.
Adnan's on. Yoo-hoo! He's like, you guys figured it out. He was pulling his hair out. He's like, everything that we were gonna do on this live,
editor, you guys.
We literally had to scrap it. Like we were gonna do it all, like seem like we were really professional and have like a countdown screen. Yeah, no. Adnan made it for us, and then he's like, "Okay, Matt, you need to press this button after that, and then you need to then go live, and then once it's done, you can hit the closeout, and it's got like thanks for watching, all professional and
it's
like."
It's gonna look so good.
And it was great. He spent all this time to do it. And we were on an hour before because I'm like, Adnan, I don't know what we're doing. Like, how do we do this? I've never done a live. And so literally within 2 minutes before the top of the hour, and you saw we started late, he's like, yeah, we're going to have to scrap the whole thing. Because my camera kept crapping out on my laptop.
You should have bought that at our Thanksgiving shopping spree.
Yeah. Anyway, but we're doing it. We're doing it.
Okay.
Adnan's like, hey, you're live. He's confirmed we're live, which you already knew that because people are. So anyway, so we go to the Boston Celtics game. Kind of fast forward here.
Which we almost didn't make it to Boston.
Oh, are you talking about the possible missed flight of our first inaugural Empty Nester Diaries trip?
He's like the traveling expert, and he's like, babe, you just listen to me and do what I say. I'll get you there.
Do what I say? Okay.
Okay, but then tell them what happened.
So we're like, okay, babe, let's go. And I hate waiting at the airports. Like, I'm not one of those that gets there 2 hours early and just hangs around. Although I will say, that's probably going to change because now for this coming year.
No, shh, that's later.
Do you know what I was going to say?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Whisper to me what is it? Oh, no, actually.
Oh, okay.
Nope. Kind of, but no. We have lounge access for this coming year. So it might behoove us to actually go a little early and enjoy the lounges all over the world. So that will be fun. She hasn't really, well, you've experienced that a little bit. But anyway, okay, I digress. So I don't like waiting in the airport sitting there for 2 hours. So I'm like, all right, let's kind of time it just right. And I like to maximize sleep because I don't get a lot of it. I average about probably 5.5, 6 hours. So anyway, with all that being said, we get there to the airport. This is our first big trip. We're filming, we're videoing, we're doing all the stuff. And we go into the terminal that in Sacramento, there's an A terminal and a B terminal. And the B terminal is the newest one. It's where Southwest is. And we usually fly Southwest a lot because we were doing American flights.
Yeah.
So we're buzzing in there. We're going through security, waiting in line for the TSA. And
we literally went through security.
Getting our shoes off, getting everything, laptop, bop, 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 and we get through and I'm like, all right. She's like, I need time for my coffee. Because if you follow our channel, Lexi Bug loves
always have to have
coffee. She's a coffee aficionado.
So we get in there and we're looking for the gate.
On the screen, right? I'm like, yeah, okay, I didn't look this morning on what gate are we at, babe? She goes, oh, I don't know. I didn't get my coffee. And I go, all right. I go, wait a minute. We're not flying Southwest. We're flying, I think it was United.
American, it was American.
Delta or one of those that is in the A terminal. Totally different terminal. And we'd take it all the time to go through security.
What the actual crap?
So I'm like, oh shoot, we may miss the whole thing. Like we got to go exit and do the whole process over again.
And we had to go run through the parking lot to the other side,
gosh, that
and
was
then go
stressful.
through security again.
And you'll see that on the Boston video. You'll see I filmed the Terminal A versus B and all that stuff. It was crazy. So anyway, long story short, we made it. So we did make it. Now back to the TD Garden. We're up by 24 points at halftime. My first ever Boston Celtics game, 24 points at halftime.
I'm
excited. I'm like, babe.
He was like
we're smoking these guys. Like,
he was He's on
I wonder
cloud
what
nine.
the record is for spread on a victory. Because, we're at home.
Yeah. So he's
Celtics
looking
never
up.
lose at
He's
home.
looking up the history, like what's the largest spread win in
I
Boston.
am. I'm looking at it.
He's like so excited. He's like, we're gonna make history.
If we do like 40, like if we keep.
And I'm like, babe, you're gonna jinx it.
A little bit positive here. So we get on into the second half, and they start chipping away. Guess how much? Put in the chat. How much do you think the Celtics lost by?
Oh yeah, they lost.
They lost with a 24-point lead at halftime. And I'm like super excited. I'm like, I'm in my first home game. We're going to smoke them.
We've learned since then that the number of points is really, really important.
Yeah,
you need to have
they
like a
could score points fast.
50-point lead.
So,
in order for it
how
to
many
be
points
solidified.
did the Celtics put in the chat? How many points did the Celtics lose with a 24-point lead at half? They lost in the game.
It was bad.
Anybody?
I think we lost everybody.
No, they're here.
Okay, so
they're here.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so
They
tell
just
them.
don't know.
Just tell them.
Okay. Wait. Okay. They lost by 10. So that was a 34-point swing in one half. It's crazy. So I
At least it wasn't one quarter.
I left the game so sad.
Anyways.
I'm like, are you kidding me? My first home game, we're up 24 and lose by 10. So then we're going all through Boston, and I go, hey, babe, do you realize that was a Friday night, that Sunday night, and we left Monday, Sunday night, the Knicks are coming into town. It's another home game. What do you think if we, ponied up the cash? Because the first tickets are free. The second game,
I was like, we have to not leave here on a losing streak. We gotta win a game. So
we ponied up the cash, bought tickets, kind of middle court, upper, nosebleed. You're kind of leaning over, going, "Oh my gosh, this is up here." But you got to see everything going on. Yeah.
Goodness gracious, you pansy.
So we're watching the game, and you know what? It actually went to overtime.
Yes, it did. It was awesome.
And then at the end of overtime, it went to a second overtime.
Double overtime.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing ever. What a redemption game. Like, we pull this out, we win a double overtime game. This is going to be awesome. So it came down to the very last shot. In fact, Al Horford, who's one of the top shooters in the whole league now. He's a big man. Whole league for three-point shooters. He took the shot from the corner and missed it, and we lost by 1. We would have won by 2, and we lost by 1.
It was so awful.
The only 2 home games I've ever had, diehard Boston Celtics fan, were crushing defeats.
Oh my gosh, it was so bad.
And I had to fly home knowing that I'm 0 for 2, and I'm like, they're never going to invite me back.
I don't think we're alled back in Boston.
They're never going to invite me back
Not when they're
to Boston.
playing, anyway.
So anyway, so Boston is a kick. So if you haven't go check out our videos. I'll tell you, they're the first time that we did the Empty Nester Diaries. So
oh yeah,
we've gotten better.
It's like a vlog style. We talk a lot, kind of like now.
In more the vlog style, yeah. So and they've got like small views actually because nobody knew us and we were growing and it's been a year. So anyway, if you want to learn about Boston, go back there.
So what else?
What else you got?
I don't know.
Well, what was another great trip?
Washington, D.C.
I loved Washington, D.C.
was awesome.
And
again, lots of walking.
Oh, yeah. We crushed our record on D.C. I think it was
Yeah.
120,000 or something.
I think so.
Yeah, so it
was
ended
a
up being
lot.
like, was it 70 miles we walked or 60 miles or something? Something like that.
Remember.
It was a
I think
lot.
we say it in
or
the
no,
video.
maybe it was 38 miles.
No, it was more than that.
Was it more? Anyway.
Anyway,
Well, you can do
was a lot.
because Beverly said it's about 2,400 steps. Divide that by 128,000, I think is the steps we did.
I can't do math.
It was a lot. It was a lot. But anyway, what an amazing place to visit, Washington, D.C. Check out our videos there. We have the first timer guide. You had never been there. I had been there.
Yeah, I had never been there. It was so fun. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we went to one evening after dinner, we went to this ice cream shop.
Oh, yes.
Larry's Ice Cream.
Larry's
Ice
Shout out to
Cream.
Larry.
Oh
I don't
my
know if you
gosh.
ever watched it. He's so busy working.
Is
but-
it north of DuPont Circle? Is that
yeah,
where it is?
yeah, northeast of DuPont Circle.
Oh
over
my
there.
gosh. Go check out Larry's Ice Cream if you've never been there. Okay, if you guys are Seinfeld fans, he is the soup Nazi.
He is the ice cream Nazi.
Yes, he's the ice cream Nazi.
Yes.
He's hilarious. Oh my gosh. We went there multiple times when we were there.
Well, because of Larry. I'm like, we got to go back. I need more Larry.
So
like,
good.
It was so great.
The first time that we were there, this gal that was in line in front of us, literally.
Oh my gosh. We didn't capture this good on video. We got to tell them about this.
I wish that we had captured it on video because it was totally a soup Nazi situation where, you know, she had asked for samples and then chosen her ice cream that she wanted, and then he put her chosen ice cream into her cup and tried to give it to her, and she took a taste of it. She's like, "This is not what I asked for," and he's like, "This is what you asked for," and he's got like an Italian accent. And
well, yes, and he was behind plexiglass. He left it up from COVID and all that stuff. So, and then he's got stuff, you know, running behind him, and then he's, you know, I think his hearing is maybe not the greatest, because he goes, yeah, it's hard. I didn't understand. It's hard to hear you a little bit. You got to speak up. And
you got your Italian accent.
Yeah, and he's got the Italian accent. He goes, I can't hear you, and his gruff voice. He's like, I can't hear you. You gotta speak up with the voice there. And
literally, like, they went back and forth. Well, she's like, you should not treat your customers like this. This is horrible customer service. And he goes, "No ice cream for you," and he threw ice cream across the
wasn't exactly, but it felt like that.
But he didn't say that exactly. He's like, "Okay, fine, you don't get any then," and he threw it, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
We were standing right behind her, and we're watching this interaction. First off, he says only one sample. You don't get unlimited samples. Yeah. You get one little sample spoon, and that's it. Only one sample.
You better pick good.
Out of all the ice cream flavors. So she sampled, you know, and then she picked her flavor, and she's like, "Yeah, no, this isn't like Lexi said." And he goes, "Well, what?" He goes, "Yes, that is." And then, and
she's like, "No, it's not."
He goes, "Okay, here, give it back to me. Give it back to." Oh, and that's when she had said, "Oh, you're being really like aggressive with me." And he goes, "No, I just can't hear you very well. You're not talking loud. I want to get you what you want. What you want? What is this? Here, give me that back." And she's just like, "Oh, okay." And he goes, "Yeah, that's what you want. The rum raisin. That's what you want. You don't want that? Okay." And he takes it and throws it in the trash can. And it's like 5 feet away. Like he goes, "Okay, what you want? What you want? I want you to be happy. You're a customer." And she's like,
she was totally like thrown off. She didn't know what to do. And I was
like, and he goes, "No, I'm serious. What you want? I want you happy. What flavor you want?" And so he got another flavor. And is that good? Is that good for you now? Yeah, you like? And she goes, "Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, thank you."
She left.
And they just like tail between their legs and left.
The whole time, Matthew and I are like, "We should have been recording this."
I'm like, "This is awesome." I was so like permagrin. I'm like,
it was so great. I was like, "Can you do that again?"
I'm like, "Babe, this is incredible." I'm like, "It's like soup Nazi."
I know.
So then he goes, "Okay, next." And I'm like, I felt like Jerry or George, where you like put the money down, slide to the step, you know.
So good.
Anyway,
another thing about Washington because I have never been to Washington, D.C., but the buildings are ginormous. Like, we're in Sacramento, and buildings are like normal size.
Oh, yeah.
Not so much in Washington, D.C. Like, every single building there is 10 times the size of the biggest building in Sacramento. Like, everything.
Oh, yeah.
It's
like
huge.
In ground, above ground, sprawling.
Yeah, I'm like...
gigantic.
Yeah, like all the memorials, like the National Archives, like everything. What's that library called? The Library of Congress. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So beautiful. Oh my gosh.
And there's some fun things that you can do that if you plan accordingly, you can watch the videos and there we talk about them. But, you know, if you reach out to your representative, your assemblyman, your congressman, etc., and all that, then they can get, like, we missed out by one day. Ugh. All right. And I'm the planner on this. And I found out about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, like we could have toured the White House.
Yeah, what? But you have to request it
21 days minimum in advance. And we were on the 20th day before we left. And I went, oh my gosh. I reached out to my representative.
So it has to be at least 21 days before. 21
and
days
they don't budge on this, by the way, because our representative, his brother is a pastor at our church. So, like, we know him really, really well. And I kind of name dropped. I'm like, yay. And he goes, yeah, I'm sorry. The rules are the rule. Like, they do not budge on this. You know, so sorry. I'm like, oh, man. Okay.
But then he gave us tickets to get into what you call it?
Yeah, we had the Senate and then
And
also
the
the Congress. Yeah, so that was pretty neat.
Pretty darn cool.
And then you can also do stuff in the Library of Congress where you can go and see like the reading room.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you got to get tickets for
You
the
got to
reading
get
room.
ahead of time for all that, so that's pretty neat.
Yep. Lots of really cool stuff. Like I'm a huge fan of National Treasure.
Yes,
Nicolas
you are.
Cage.
She at least
Those
once a year
movies.
she
I
watches
wish they would
it.
make another one.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, I was like totally geeking out on everything when we were there because in the first one he's like all over the place, and like between Washington D.C. and Boston, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like my happy place.
Oh yeah, yeah, and we've yet to go to Philadelphia.
No, yeah, that's true.
There's a lot of history in Philadelphia
Yeah.
as well. The food in Washington D.C. was interesting, and we did a food tour. $1 sign, $2 signs,
yeah.
$3
I forgot we did that.
signs, and that's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And that's been a really popular video. In fact, I think that's probably our most popular video thus far. People really enjoy. We even get comments. They're like, "Oh my gosh, super helpful! Thank you so much for that." And we did a transportation video. That was fun.
Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Like that was probably one of the most fun things about Washington D.C. was the transportation. Holy cow! There's so many ways to get around that city. But
Yeah.
what was your favorite? way?
And you hadn't really been to like a big city and done all that kind of stuff, have you? Like you've been to cities, but like staying long term, like 3 days, 4 days.
Because I like when I travel, I want to go someplace tropical with like a pool and like a resort feel.
Yes.
I'm not like a city traveler.
True. This is where we butt heads, actually. You're like, I just want to be by the pool and relax. And I'm like, I want to go adventure and see things and what's going on.
Okay, so you guys can help me out on this. Like if you guys go on a trip someplace, you're on vacation, right? So you want to relax, right? This guy does not relax at all. He would have me going every flippin' day of the trip if he could, right?
Well, I do like to learn. I am, as you say, a wonder.
Yes,
What is
you
it?
are.
Tell them what that is. What it was like, not personality styles.
It was like a business seminar that I went to, and it was like all like the disc
categories in a
profile.
sense, and one of
Yeah.
them was wonder.
Yeah, one of them was wonder, and basically it's like somebody who's constantly like walking through life going, oh my gosh, I wonder about this. Oh my gosh, I wonder about that. And
I wonder how that works.
He
Or,
literally says the word
why is
wonder
this happening?
50 times a day. And I'm like,
Anyway, so so DC.
What was your favorite way of getting around the city?
Yes. Well, you love the scooter.
This is my favorite.
You love the scooter.
Yes.
Sorry, I have these notifications popping up on my phone and they're distracting me. I'm like,
Stop getting distracted.
I
We're busy.
wonder. See,
So
I
the
get pulled
scooters
in.
were my favorite. Oh my gosh, but we just have a really good friend of ours who was riding an electric scooter and literally
Oh my gosh.
like accidentally drove into a pothole and like flipped head first
End over end.
over the scooter and like sliced open her forehead and got a
Oh
huge
yeah,
black
like it
eye.
was
And
deep. She said, like it was. Yeah.
she's like, I've
8
never
stitches
seen
or-
brains before. I'm like, what?
Like,
Oh
what
my
are you
gosh.
saying? Oh yeah, that was pretty serious. So
Yeah. So,
anyway, the scooter. Yeah, and she wasn't wearing a helmet. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, were you wearing
and
a
we
helmet?
did not
Dad?
wear helmets when we were in Washington D.C. So.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah.
that's not even like a thing. Like nobody wears helmets.
Yeah.
You can't even. You'd have to have your own
People
helmet
would steal a helmet. Yeah.
because you just leave the scooter when you're done. You just so.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Anyway, so
But
that
it was
fun.
so fun.
That's a fun video because we did everything. We did taxi, we did Uber, we did Lyft, we did Metro, we obviously did walking, we did scooter, we did bike.
We did it all.
I mean, I even had you get on my back and I muled you around.
You did not. Are you serious?
No.
I'm like, I don't remember that.
No.
Maybe I was
I
drunk.
do.
I don't
On my
know.
back. After Larry's ice cream.
Oh gosh.
Anyway.
So anyways, yeah,
Yeah.
DC was like a super.
But the
fun
food one is
trip.
a fun video too because it does have the different. We went all over.
So we have this problem in that a lot of our travel videos are like food tours.
No, that's not a problem. People love. Hey, when
It's
you
a
go on
problem for me.
vacation,
Like again, everything sticks to me.
when you're on vacation, isn't one of the big things for you is the aspect of food? It is for me. Like I love food,
I
right?
love
So
food. That's the problem.
you had your first Ethiopian food.
Yes, I did in Washington, D.C. It was so good.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, what was another trip that, Puerto Rico was another one that we did.
Oh, yeah.
And that is a hot topic for people because you don't need a passport. But
you're
yet you
feel like you're going to a different country.
absolutely, you're in the
Yeah.
Caribbean. It's, cheaper than Hawaii and getting
And
that feel.
San Juan is like the coolest. Like
old San Juan
city.
is fun. And
so cool.
That's a cruise stop. That's
it is.
Cruise port stop, whatever. And we had done that on our honeymoon.
Oh, that's
so
right.
So you had been there.
Yeah, but when you're on a cruise, it's like you're there for like 5 hours.
Yeah, so you got to do it quick. I think it was 4.5. I mean, it was like short. And we're like, really? That's all the time we get in San Juan?
Yeah.
But so we went back and we spent some good time in San Juan. We walked all over there too and did the 2 different forts, El Morro and I'm drawing a blank on the other one. That was super fun. And then we did some little food stuff and
I know.
We went to the cat place.
The cat
that was kind of like the cat sanctuary, which is just there.
There's literally hundreds and hundreds of cats on this alley that, like the city, they all feed them and take care of them, and it was so fun. And that
was
friendly.
fun. Yeah. That was unique. There were some other unique things we did in Puerto Rico, so go check out those videos. You remember El Yunque? And we had to drive, I think it was an 1.5-hour drive from where we were staying.
We did not know that we should get there at the ass crack of dawn in order to get in. So...
Yeah, because it is, during COVID they had like a lottery system, but then they got rid of that. But what happens if you stroll in at like 10, 11, you're probably not getting in.
There's only so many people that are allowed in the gate.
Because of parking, because you go up the hill and parking for the tower and all that stuff.
So you have to wait for someone to leave, and then they'll let someone in.
Yeah, and we were going with a group, and we loved our group. But our group, when you do with a group, it's hard to get all the troops on the same page and in the vans or in the the cars. And let's go, people. I'm like, let's go. And so by the time we got there, I think it was like 10 o'clock or something. Yeah. And there was a line and the guy, checking checkpoint. And needless to say, we did not get in. We got turned away. So then we went down to the little kind of gift shop and the food place. And I think we mentioned that in the video. And we kind of hung out there for a bit. And we kind of counted cars leaving. But, if you're there at 10 or 9... you're probably going to leave at like 2 or 3. I mean, you're going to hike around in the jungle, in the rainforest, and it's the only rainforest that America has is in Puerto Rico.
That's true.
Yeah, and it's big and it's awesome. In fact, I was watching a show, the I Shouldn't Be Alive or one of those or something like that.
I don't know.
One of those titles.
You watch a lot of weird shows.
I like to learn. I wonder if I could survive. Right. So anyway, and they were talking about El Yunque, and a couple got lost in there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and they were in there for days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, oh wow, it's big. It's a lot bigger than you think, and it's easy when these little paths in rainforest. Like, this all looks familiar. Right?
Yeah, everything looks the same.
Yeah, so.
But that was unfortunate that we weren't able to get in there. But we still were able to see a bunch of really cool stuff around it.
So we did get into El Yunque,
well,
but not in that point
not
where you go
where,
the El Briton Tower or whatever it was. So we did miss out on that one.
We wanted to go to the tower.
But we did go to that really cool swimming hole that was a big secret that nobody knew about.
And you were like, I wonder if I cross the river, what's on the other side? And I wonder
how far up I can hike up and not get wet. And I did.
And I did not. I sat on my big rock and I was like, bye.
Yeah. Bye. Have fun. Anyway, so that was a lot of fun. Puerto Rico's great. If you haven't been to Puerto Rico, you should definitely check out Puerto Rico. It's a lot of fun.
I know.
And it feels like you're in a different country.
Yep.
Even though it's a territory for the U.S.
Yeah.
Well, what else has been exciting in our first year?
Well, we have I personally had something very exciting just recently happen. Actually, 2 things actually.
Yes.
So.
Yes, you have. Are you going to share with them what it was?
So I retired from title industry.
You did? When
Yes.
did this happen?
Did I forget to tell you?
Yeah, no, I know. That was a pretty significant amount of income that went bye-bye.
Yes, it did. It went bye-bye. So
So,
now,
we need the
now what are
YouTube
we
channel.
doing?
We need the
Now what are
YouTube
we
channel
doing?
to get monetized, which we're halfway there.
Yeah.
I will say, I thought we would be monetized in our first year. Maybe I'm just too high a goals or whatever. I don't know. You need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah, so you guys can help us.
Right? Yeah. Spread the word, whatever.
Yeah,
So
go
we
tell
got
your friends.
go subscribe, right? And so we're about just shy of 500. I think I looked today. We're 490, 491, 492, something like that. So we're close. We're getting there. The cool thing is that's all organic, right? That's all organic.
Yeah, we
traffic.
haven't paid for any
A lot of times
followers
people-
or anything like that. So
Yeah.
I know a lot of people do that sometimes.
Like I will say, we experimented and we paid for Google Ads. We hired this company, and
That
they
didn't go
said,
well.
"Oh, use some videos that weren't getting a lot of play." And so we did that. Our San Diego videos, which are good videos, they just weren't getting. YouTube algorithm wasn't putting it out there, whatever it was. And I don't know. At the time, they were a couple hundred views or something like that. Well, if you look, they're like 14,000 views or this or that. It's because this company put it out to drive traffic there.
Yeah, and they would watch.
But none
for
of the people were
7
interested in
seconds.
San Diego, so they didn't stay on. They stayed on 38 seconds on average or something.
Yeah,
right?
so
I'm
it
like,
was
well,
bad.
that sucks. I don't want that. That kind of hurts our algorithm.
So they're
So
no,
I'm like,
we don't
yeah,
wanna do that
forget
anymore.
that. Let's
Yeah.
just build it organically. That way we get a true following, right? We've got true followers. We love it.
All our people.
And so anyway, so I thought we'd have 1,000 by now. We're only halfway.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay.
We're committed. We've learned a lot in regards to video. We videoed everything in the beginning.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
So much B-roll.
tell them about Disney World.
Oh,
Oh my god, that trip was exhausting.
the Empty Nester Diaries almost ended. I had to drag Lexi back into the fold. I'm like, babe.
Okay, so
Yeah, no, go ahead.
he literally filmed every single ride, every single vendor, every single piece of pavement, everything.
I'm like, hey, we may
We
not
can
be
use
back
it.
here
We
again.
can
We
use
may
it at
use it
some
in the
point.
future or
I'm like-
something, right? I'm building a library.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And our editor, Adnan, he's
Poor
like,
Adnan, I'm so sorry.
wow, there's so much footage that you filmed. I don't need all of that. I only need, 4 or 5, 2 or 3 seconds.
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
need, 40 seconds because I'm only going to use 2.
3.
Or whatever. So I'm like, okay, all right. And we didn't have a plan on our, we didn't have a storyline or different video.
We didn't know what we wanted the videos to become.
We got a lot better with our Washington, D.C. because
Yeah,
I
we had more of
learned
a plan.
from Disney World. I'm like, okay, we can't make it up after the fact
It was so...
and then use our footage and do it. I mean, you can do
I
it,
think
but
the
it's not
video
as
still
good.
turned out good, but it was
Yeah.
it was so much work. It was exhausting.
Poor Adnan. So much work for Adnan. He's
Sorry,
like, there's
Adnan.
so much footage I have to go through. You're killing me,
So what other
Smalls.
fun things have happened or are happening
Well,
this year?
we are going to be not only empty nesters, but part of the diaries is we're going to be Lolly and Pop.
We're going to be grandparents.
Yeah, can you believe that?
I'm so excited. Oh my gosh.
49, 50, and we're going to be grandparents.
Oh
Pretty
my gosh.
exciting.
It's
Yeah.
exciting, but
Yeah.
I'm like, am
Lolly
I ready
and
to
Pop.
be grandparents? What?
Yeah, and it's actually this month.
Oh yeah, she's due in 10 days.
Yeah.
10 days
So we don't know.
from
We'll
right
see.
now.
Little
So we'll
Miley.
see. Little Miley's
Little
on her
Miley,
way.
so we'll see. We can't wait to welcome little Miley
I know,
to
we're
the world.
so
That'll be
excited.
fun.
We're so excited.
So new adventures there. We're gonna obviously continue our travels, the Empty Nester
Oh yeah, you want to
Diaries
give
and
them
all that
some
good stuff.
teasers of
You will see.
where
Oh,
we're
what's
going
coming
next
down the
year?
pike here? Yeah. So you will see Cabo San Lucas
Okay.
videos coming. You will see some Lake Tahoe. If you haven't been to Lake Tahoe, gorgeous alpine
Oh
lake.
yeah.
Amazing. So,
Yeah.
and boy,
Well,
did we get blessed.
What did we go to Tahoe for?
Oh, you'll have to watch our Thanksgiving traditions. But one of the things that we do every year, the day after Thanksgiving, I bring the turkey carcass up to, it's been Lake Tahoe hotel with a kitchen, and I make turkey soup. We bring our laptops. She's playing Christmas movies 24/7.
And drinking coffee.
And I'm making turkey soup, and we're also ordering all of our orders for Christmas.
Of our Christmas presents.
Through Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and all of our big ticket items that we hold off. We use some discipline. We make a list, and I go, nope, I'm going to buy a workout bench.
There it is. I was like,
later in the year,
he waited
saved
all
$150
year long, bought a workout bench.
We got a new video camera for our not only our real estate but also our YouTube channel here. So yeah, all that, save big money on that too.
Now, do we want to tease them a little bit of where we're going, like some of the trips we're going to be taking in 2025?
Yes. Okay, so you're going to see Fiji coming up. Fiji.
We've already gone there.
Yeah, we just got back not too long ago, but the videos haven't posted yet. So you're going to have that. You're going to have Lake Tahoe. We are going to Thailand. We are going to Thailand. Oh, you just
spilled my coffee.
Now, one thing you may not have learned about Lex, and I don't know if it gets on video, but she is a klutz.
I am not.
She's absolutely a klutz. So when we dated and married, and we've been together over 12 years, if she wasn't wearing her food every time we ate, something was, something.
I should just have a bib. I swear.
Yes, it's so true. She'll literally, I'm like, babe, eat over the plate.
I do.
So she'll go to get it. Okay, you following me? She'll go to get it, and then she'll lean back and eat.
And then it falls out of my face. Like, I don't know what happens.
And
like I have a hole in my mouth.
She spilt all over my leg here. You probably can't see it on video, but yeah, she got excited with her coffee and spilt it all over me. But that's Lex.
That's because we're going to Thailand.
This is what. Lexi.
See, you wonder why I have to bring so many clothes on our trips.
Oh my goodness. We'll just pack a bib. That way we can problem solve, babe. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
That brings up a good point. We should do a video of when you're a beginner international traveler or big time traveler, what your suitcase looks like versus someone that's been doing it a while, what your suitcase looks like. I'll give you a hint. The first time we traveled, she literally, she has a massive check-in bag.
Okay.
And I almost had to sit on it so she could zip it. And I'm like, babe, what in the world are we packing?
Okay. Boston was our first trip, right? Okay.
How long were we going?
For a weekend.
4 days. 4 days.
Okay, but let the record
You don't need a carry-on, or you don't need a checked luggage for 4 days.
Warm clothes are much larger and take up much more space in a suitcase than summertime clothes. Because you've got really thick sweaters and really thick pants.
Sure,
and
I'll give you that.
Really big old jacket and boots and yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think we're doing a fashion show on our videos necessarily. We look good, but it's not like it's a fashion show.
Are you saying that I look
like you didn't need a different outfit every? It's morning time. Oh, we're going to dinner, different outfit. Oh, next day, different. Like
no.
You got to be able to learn to mix and match certain things and have your base and all that.
I haven't learned that.
Kudos to you, my love. We went 17 days to Fiji. 17 days. 17 days. Okay, 17 days to Fiji. And those of you that are kind of hopping on here late, we have 2 different cameras. We got Facebook and we got YouTube. Facebook, YouTube. Okay? So we'll kind of bounce back and forth here. Anyway, she did a carry-on 17 days in Fiji.
Okay, so.
Now, 4 days in Boston. I got to sit on the suitcase so she can zip that thing. I'm the one lugging it through the airports and including mine.
But let the record show that I was misled and told that I could only bring a carry-on because of the little hopper plane that we had to take from one island to another in Fiji, that they only allowed up to a certain weight amount.
It worked.
And the
plan
false.
Worked perfectly.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't false. But it was true.
It was false.
No, it was
yes,
true.
Yes, it was.
No,
it was not a true statement.
Okay. Oh, question. Do you guys argue? No, we never argue.
No, we discuss.
Yeah. We have intimate discussions.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
oh my
so
gosh.
we should do a video in regards to what to pack and what not to pack. that I think would. What do you
Just
guys think?
pack
Put in
what
the
your-
put in the
pack your-
comments.
Pack your feelings.
That's right. Put in the comments if you think that would be a good video.
And
or
do you bring your hydro flask with you?
no.
Yes,
Oh my goodness.
You do.
So
Absolutely.
put in the comments any other video ideas that you think that we should do or that you would like to see.
Or places you would like us
Places
to go.
that we should go. Like some of you, are all over the country. We've met people in airports, and so I'll subscribe to your channel.
Where's that other place that we're thinking of going next year?
Oh,
Hasn't been finalized yet.
okay.
So it may
You
or
can
may
drop
not.
that now. Are you talking Spain?
Yeah.
Oh, but then
I'm excited.
that's just the beginning,
I know.
right?
I know.
There we may go for like 6 weeks.
Oh, what?
Traveling.
Should I call the title company and ask for time off?
We're out of there.
That's one of the reasons why I retired.
Yes. She loved her coworkers and her,
Oh,
that
everybody
job.
was super
Yeah.
great. I loved all my people.
Absolutely, but
yeah.
when you got to put in for time, and we're traveling a ton.
No.
Like we're traveling a ton now,
Yeah,
and we
like
want
it's
this.
just it doesn't really work.
You only have so much. Everybody would be asked, how do you travel so much with a job like you do, right? So they were very gracious.
They were amazing.
But anyway, that season we've
No,
now
they weren't.
moved on. No, they were great. They were great. Yeah. Anyway, so what else? So it would be Spain, possibly Egypt. That's something.
That is
Look at
brand
the
new
surprise face.
information.
I just dropped that on her. Possibly Egypt. We have a business. We're real estate brokers. We're the company called EXP Realty. And I've been licensed since 19 years old. Parents been brokers for 50 years. So I've been doing this. November of this coming year will be 30 years. And, or actually October will be 30 years. So we have a gentleman in our business. EXP is actually opening in Egypt in 2025. And a gentleman in our business, shout out to Jerry.
Hey,
I don't know if Jerry's watching or whatever. He's Egyptian. And he goes, oh my gosh, we need to open EXP in Egypt. It will be amazing. And I want to be one of the leaders there. And yada, yada, right? And so we just came back from Miami. We did a week in Miami. Look, you can go look at those videos that are there posted. And they dropped that we're opening in Egypt. So he's like getting on a plane here in January. He's going to be.
He's really going.
Oh, yeah. No, he's going to be there
so
for
exciting.
like 2 months. I'm trying to get him back to Cabo to do the Cabo Mastermind for our business and all that, not miss it.
Nice.
So we may go to Spain, and if he gets a lot of momentum and movement there, then yeah, we may pop over to Egypt. And
well, why not? Because we'll be over there.
And we'll be supporting our real estate business out there and expansion into Egypt.
Okay,
We're also in
y'all
Israel.
need to help us because help me help you, help me help you. How the heck are we gonna do all of this?
I don't know. We got to figure it out. Since I'm the planner, I guess I got to go figure it out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Anyway.
You guys need to subscribe, right? So we can start getting monetized on YouTube. So
to help fund some of these travels so that we can.
So that we
I
can
see.
do
Help
this
me
for
help you. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Absolutely. So that's an option. Our friends are going from Spain to Italy, which Italy's on our bucket. It's been on my bucket list forever.
I want to go to Greece.
And Greece. So we shall see. I don't know. We gotta. Being that we're Marriott people, we do have status and we got points and the credit card and kind of all that stuff.
Miley now. How are we gonna do all of this with Miley?
And they got money. We're not rolling in money. We got points. I mean, we do okay, but not like our friends. So they're gonna probably be staying at different hotels than we are staying because we're gonna kind of default to the Marriott brand.
We like Marriott.
Because you get like every 4th night you get a 5th night free, and then
but you had mentioned that we're gonna start maybe doing like some Hyatt stuff.
We might do Hyatt. We did get a new credit card which we're testing out. It's the Chase Sapphire Reserve. We pulled the trigger on that one. Maybe I should do a credit card video on why. We're very kind of frugal and really don't do a lot of credit card stuff. We actually became debt-free in our first year of marriage. We paid off over $100,000 of debt in our first year of marriage. And so we're not like avid credit card users, but when we do, we treat it like a debit card. So we pay it off every month. We don't carry balances at all.
Yeah, no.
So really
We
it's
don't pay interest.
strategic in regards to the benefits and bonuses as we're now traveling more and getting some of the miles. And, you know, you can do 1.5, what is it? Get a bump on miles if you trade it with partners. I should probably do a video.
I'm like, it's like he's speaking a foreign language to me.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're the planner.
I know, right? Lexi just kind of shows up. If you, that's the
As long
little
as there's
rub
coffee
that
there.
we have with each other. I'm like, babe, I'm doing a lot on this.
He's so good. You guys need to give him like credit for all the hard work that he does.
Yeah.
Because then he won't
Just
be mad at
subscribe.
me for not doing
And
it.
Adnan. It's me and Adnan. I got you, buddy. Me and Adnan.
That's
No.
hilarious.
Lexi's like, okay, where's my trailer? All right, when are we going live, or when are we doing this?
You're so grounded.
I'm so grounded. I'm in trouble.
You're gonna go stand in the
Anyway,
corner.
we got a couple minutes here. We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna keep it at an hour. Thank you so much for
You guys have
hopping
been
on,
amazing.
commenting on Facebook
Yes.
comments and
Thank
YouTube
you.
live comments. This is our first live. Like, honestly, some of you came later, you know, in the broadcast here, you think we got it all together, or maybe you don't.
Maybe you don't.
I don't know how
I don't
this is
know.
actually going to look. I'm going to go debrief with Adnan and go, how'd it go? And he's like, well, that was
He's gonna be like, well, your video cut out halfway through and nobody could hear you.
That was
so.
a crap show. Yeah. Couldn't hear a word on Facebook, but anyway.
Oh my
Yeah, so we were having some technical difficulties. We had a whole different plan that we were going to do, and then we scrapped it 2 minutes before the broadcast. So we got
So we're
my
literally
phone
flying
here
by the seat of our pants
doing
here.
YouTube, and
So
then
we'll
my
see.
laptop here doing Facebook. But man, thank you guys
been
for
great.
listening in, and we will do this again. This was fun.
Yeah.
And
I
we
think
know we
should
can do it
like,
now.
Like what?
Once a month, I
Yeah,
think.
I
Once
think
a month
so.
would be a kick. And
If you
we'll
guys have some
different
ideas
topics
of
and so on,
topics
right?
that you would like us to talk about, because we could talk about anything.
Oh yeah, we can.
For
Wait,
however
it's been an
long.
hour? What?
Right?
Shoot, we just keep going here. Anyway.
Oh my
So,
gosh. Yeah,
oh,
so, or if you
man.
have ideas and suggestions
Hey,
like
it's
you mentioned
Melissa
earlier.
Story Reagan.
Melissa! Oh
She's
my
like,
gosh!
hi guys, so good to
hi.
see you. Hi, Melissa.
So
Thanks
fun.
for chiming in. I'll tell you, I understand when I used to watch lives and people would, you know, chime in there like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. It feels so good to read the comments. It really does.
It really does.
It does bring that interactive back and forth. So that's
And
so
I'm so
great.
glad that you can read that, because I can't.
I know,
I'm
right?
blind as a
You're
bat,
like,
you guys.
"Ah."
Oh, and I just got a new prescription, and I still can't see.
Uh-oh, Adnan's like, hey, it's an hour, and then he retracted the comment. So we better shut her down. It's 11 o'clock.
All right.
All right,
can
we'll
go,
do this
guys.
again. Thank you, Melissa. You came in just there at the end part, but
We appreciate you guys, all of you. Thank you.
now I got to learn how to shut it down. I think, end live video on Facebook. Bye,
Bye.
Melissa. Bye, everybody. Bye,
Bye,
Beverly.
you guys.
There's that.
Okay.
Oh, wait, do you want to end the live?
Yes, we
you
do.
wanna
We wanna
save or
end it.
delete it? I want to end it.
Yes. Okay, so now,
Okay.
how do we end this one? I
All
don't
right,
know.
and we
I
still
don't
got 3 on here. We could go longer
I'm so
on
impressed.
YouTube, but no,
know.
Adnan
No,
wants us to cut
Adnan's
it
like,
down.
stop it.
All right, you guys. Let's see. How do I guess I hit the X button.
I don't know.
This is wait. You know what?
No.
This is a lot like our parents that used to have a recording machine, an answering machine, and then they would try to figure out how to work the answering machine, and you would hear them. They would record, and they would have like an argument on the answering machine.
That's true.
Right? They're like, I think it's still going. No, Mark, it's not. You haven't even hit the stop button. No, I think I did. They're
Oh my
Tanya,
gosh.
da 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 da. Right? Isn't that funny? Like that's true. Our
It's
parents.
funny that you use my parents as an example.
I know, right?
That's awesome.
Anyway.
All right, you guys, figure it out. Bye. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Here we go.